This UTR Media presentation is sponsored by Vision Trust, serving at-risk children around the world since 1997. More info at visiontrust.org.
So one thing that I love to do is discover new music, especially music that's meaningful and soul enriching. It's just kind of helps make me tick. And one of the artists that was a new discovery to me just in the last year or so is Ross King. And we're so excited that he's going to be our special guest in the backyard concert right now. And Ross's music is really what won me over, but just kind of getting to know his personality through social media and through his Kickstarter campaign and stuff like that, it kind of clued me in that this is a stellar guy who not only writes good music, but just someone that I want to meet. So I'm so happy, Ross, that you are here. And so just kind of fill me in on, I know that you're working on new music right now, but what has the last several years been like for you? Because you haven't had a solo album. You have had some in the past, but not in recent years. Is that right?
Right. I kind of wanted to get out of this business, sort of, because I'd gotten into writing more for other artists, and just at my age, and I think just I've got several kids, and I just kind of wanted to be off the road and not being a person who had to be cool on the internet or anything. I just wanted to hide and write songs for other people. And I had some stuff in my life, some trauma, tragedy type stuff that kind of pushed me to writing more honest stuff that would only work if I recorded it, probably. Stuff that I couldn't pitch, And so I just started making records again, really, and I never really stopped, but I just started getting serious about it in about 2013, 2014. And, that was the beginning, or around the beginning of a different time, right? I mean, things were going from people buying stuff to streaming and all that. So
right.
it was like a different world of being an artist, and took some getting used to. But yeah, I've enjoyed having to kind of see who I am at this age and in this place of my life, versus just as being a kid out there, when I first started, no kids, and just kind of running around the country, and it didn't matter what I did, and selling CDs out of the back of my car and all those things, and so it's been really exciting and scary and different to do this as a not young guy. But it's also been something that's pushed my songwriting. I think I probably speak more honestly than I did then, and I understand how to speak honestly in some ways that I didn't then. And I think I know how to say hard things more graciously, and gracious things in a more hard way, probably. So it's all just it's all part of that, just like growing up. I think all of us as we get older always think, how did I make it when I was a younger guy? I was such a moron, and now I'm hopefully less of a moron than I was then. So yeah.
Well, I totally get that through your music, your honesty, your vulnerability. It just, having not really known much about you, it just attracted me instantly. So
Great.
I really hope that if folks have not heard your music yet, that this will be a good introduction. Right. So I'm super stoked that you could be a part of this.
Thank you.
All right. Let's give a listen to Ross King.
When I am shaking and my heart's pounding, you always take me, make me lie down in peaceful fields where I can clear my head. 'Cause I get so overcome with anxiety, like there's an enemy living inside of me, like a mocker yelling out, telling lies to me. And I don't feel brave, but I don't have to be, 'cause I walk through the valley of shadows, and it scared me half to death. But you're with me everywhere I go, So I don't give up yet. My fear would surely kill me if I didn't know the truth. The things that I'm afraid of are afraid of you. My emotions turn against me, not faith nor reason could convince me that you have patience left to fight for me. When my depression is affecting every ounce of me, I can get the medication and the counseling. Still I can hear the fear calling out to me, and I don't feel brave, but I don't have to be, 'cause I walk through the valley of shadows, and it scared me half to death. But you're with me everywhere I go, so I don't give up yet. My fear would surely kill me if I didn't know the truth. The things that I'm afraid of are afraid of you. You prepare a table for me right in front of my worst enemies. And you're as calm and relaxed as can be. There's no place where the demons won't find me, but just wait till they see who's standing behind me. I walked through the valley of shadows, and it scared me half to death. But you're with me everywhere I go, so I don't give up yet. My fear would surely kill me if I didn't know the truth. The things that I'm afraid of are afraid of you. Oh, I walked through the valley of shadows, and it scared me half to death. But you're with me everywhere I go, so I don't give up yet. My fear would surely kill me if I didn't know the truth. The things that I'm afraid of are afraid of you. The things that I'm afraid of are afraid of you. Thank you. Thank you. Thanks so much. Well, I'm gonna and you only have this short amount of time to like show what you do and show kind of where you are. But I have these two sort of sides of my personality that I think are probably equally a part of me. And one of them is like, you know, that, what I just did, which is like trying to think deeply and push into like difficult things and you know, find the heart of something, even if it's an uncomfortable thing. And so I really want to do that. I like doing that with my music, and I like doing that in relationships, and I like doing that with the Lord. I like finding out what's really there. But I also, I'm also one of those people who struggles to take things super seriously all the time. And I think for years in my music, I wanted to be taken seriously. So I was always trying to write serious things. And I had this this situation where I was at the zoo in Nashville a couple years ago, and we had some friends in town, and they're good friends of ours. But I have this thing where if I'm over-peopled, I turn into like a jerk. Like I get really difficult. I feel like claustrophobic by relationships sometimes. This is not a good thing. It's like a flaw, you know. But my wife is awesome. She'll come to me and she'll say, "Hey, you're doing that thing. You know, you need to like be nicer or whatever." And so we were at the zoo with these friends of ours. They'd been staying with us for like a week, and I was unknowingly I was being rude to them. I didn't know it. I'd kind of shut down. And my wife comes to me. She's wonderful, and she gets me, and she said, "Hey, you're doing that thing where you're sort of being rude to people because you're over-peopled. So you need to go to whatever place in your head you need to go and get this settled, you know." So she even said, "If you need to write a song in your head like you do, just go do that." So I looked over at this aquarium we were in, and there were seahorses in the aquarium, and I thought, you know, seahorses, they look like horses, but they're fish. So obviously they probably feel extremely uncomfortable all the time, like, you know, if they're around other fish or whatever, right? So anyway, I just thought this is a moment I'm going to like find a way to channel all of my anxiety of being socially overstimulated into a song. So I wrote the song. So this is like the opposite end of the spectrum. And all this was just therapy for me. It was just a way to make myself not be rude to people. So it's called Seahorses. And it's probably the least spiritual thing I could do. Seahorses, 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 my favorite equine fish. I'd spend all my resources to hang out with seahorses, and I'd wish for seahorses if I had one wish. I've taken all kinds of courses studying seahorses, and all my sources agree they are the best, and that just reinforces my opinion on seahorses, which is they deserve respect and nothing less. Ooh, I mean seriously, have you seen their tiny curly tails? They are so cute. If we gave seahorses to our armed forces, there'd be no more wars, 'cause we'd all get along. Yeah, there's a sense of deep catharsis when riding on seahorses, and if you agree, then whistle this song. I really can't whistle, so it's like this part I would hire like a whistler for the studio. It's the worst performance ever. Ooh, I mean, just imagine how a sport like water polo could be improved with giant seahorses. This song endorses my favorite kind of horses. Maybe yours is the kind that walks on land. So if you love to see horses run in fields and through forests, well, you can write your own songs about them. If you like horses that breathe regular oxygen and can barely even swim. But the topic of my song, of course, is those fish that look like ponies. Thank you.
Awesome. Ross King, thanks so much, man. This is so fun.
Yeah.
That was great.
Thanks for having me.
Thanks for sharing your music.
Glad to do it.
And we're going to put all of Ross's information in the description of this video. You can find him on all the social medias, and we'll link to his music. And so encourage you to check more of Ross's music out and just dig in and enjoy all the seahorse goodness that you have to offer.
Wonderfully
Right.
done.
Right. Thanks, guys.
Thank you.